and welcome back to day 2 of Women's Biz Tribe Success Summit. We have been having such an amazing time over the last 24 hours, and we have another day to go today. Welcome to those people who are just joining in today. Might be even your first session with us. You are so welcome to our summit. You're welcome to just drop in and drop out during the day, but do not miss this session because this one is going to be absolutely amazing. I'm going to be introducing you to Dr. Adama Kalokoh, who is, oh my goodness, this woman is a powerhouse. She is the founder of Impact Sierra Leone, which is an organization that founded to reduce socioeconomic challenges in Sierra Leone through empowerment and education and building strong partnerships for the Diaspora community that she's working with. She hopes her mission will inspire other descendants of Africa to embrace their culture. Oh my goodness. And find ways that they can positively impact their community, their country. You know what? She's going to show you, inspire you as to, anyone can actually just get a passion, a burden for a place that comes from their heart, comes from their family of origin, just comes from God, and what you can actually do with that. So welcome to the summit, Dr. Adama.
Thank you. I am so honored. First of all, happy Friday to each and every one of you. We made it to another week. Good morning to some, good afternoon, and good evening. Good evening. I am so thrilled, Annie, to be on this success summit. And when I thought about the theme, I'm like, oh my goodness, yes, we are all walking success. And so I had so many different things in my mind, what am I going to talk about? But, I had to reflect, like, you know what? I am successful. I'm not defined by anyone else. I am successful. And so I hope that whatever I share today will resonate with someone. There's some pieces of wisdom, and just some of my story can encourage you and uplift you. And especially for that person who believes that they don't have it, they don't have what it takes to be successful. So I am just thrilled because, Annie, you are a burst of inspiration, and your motivation and pouring into us as women and just globally, it's amazing. And I think that's what motivated me to be pumped up to be on this platform. So thank you for that. So as Annie mentioned, I am Dr. Adama Kalokoh, and I am the founder and director of Impact Sierra Leone. I am a proud, and if you know me well, I say that a lot, I am a proud descendant of Sierra Leone, West Africa. And my mom and my dad are born and raised in Sierra Leone, and we all, my siblings and I, were born here. But if I can say and leave anything with you today, the power of your voice is amazing. The power of your voice to lead you to your greatest heights. That's what I'm going to really share with you today. So when I think about success, when you think about success, what really does success mean? That's really what we've been asking a question about. What does success mean to you? And for some, success may mean having money in the bank, lots of money, or success may mean being able to own your own business, your entrepreneur, being the boss. Or some success may just mean having a family to cherish, a family to leave a legacy behind, But as I thought about all of the definitions of success, there really is no real definition. The success begins with you and me. And for me, being successful is really at the point of being able to impact, being able to change a life, being able to inspire, being able to pour into someone, whether they be young or old. This has really been my story for the last, I would say, 20 years. When I visited Sierra Leone in 2003, I went to go discover my roots and meet family and just really, know who I was. My mom and dad poured into me as a child, what Sierra Leone, what's for them growing up, and that we should always be proud, no matter the fact that we were born here. We should always be proud of our heritage. So my visit to 2003, while I thought it was just a discovery of my roots, it was a discovery of my purpose. Discovery of my life journey, my life story, my destiny. And I want to share that no matter who you are, for me, it took just digging deep, because I was at a point where I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was everything to everybody. I was a wedding planner at one point. I was a floral designer at one point. I very creative spirit. If you know me, you know that I love the arts and I love, making pictures and designs. And I went into different directions. I was a secretary. I was just everything. And I studied public health. So I always had a passion of health, but never really got into that career. So it was a point in my life where I just didn't know what was going on, but I did know two things. I know that I loved Africa and I loved helping people. And being a veteran of the Air Force, I always had that service in me. I always had that desire to serve. And so there was something that was always inside of me that I knew was going to come in and become my life journey, my life purpose. So here I was, December 2003, traveling to Sierra Leone, and it was mind blowing. It was my first visit, but as I stepped my feet on that soil as a descendant, as a first generation born from Washington, D.C., it changed my life. So I came back as a woman changed. But not only that, I came back with a voice in my head saying, there's something that you have to do. This is it. This is the beginning of your purpose, becoming and being born. And I could have decided that, I want to go after the money. I want to go after, something that's going to be, for more fulfilling. But in that space, as again, listening to your voice, that was the beginning of my purpose. That was my happy space. And so as I think about it, success means impacting people, changing people in your own platform, in whatever you're doing. So as I came back, again, going through different things in life, life doesn't stop. Life doesn't just say, okay, now that you are in a happy space, we're going to create and align everything for you. Life doesn't stop. You have to understand that life is going to throw you things on the left and the right. And if you don't have that inner voice in you that says, keep going, that inner motivation, and, you may be able to pull from other people, but at the end of the day, that voice comes from you. That voice is within you. That voice is what's going to lead you to your most powerful destiny. So fast forward, after, being serving in different capacities, I came back with this power that, I want to be able to help people. But I want to stay in the background. I don't want to be seen. I had insecurities, like a lot of people. I just felt like I'm not the type to be in the front. I'm the person that be in the back, and I can help and do well. And that lasted for a little bit, but eventually, it didn't last. I had no choice but to use my mouth, open my mouth. And I would tell you, I use the platforms like LinkedIn and Facebook. And I said, I'm going to tell the stories that I'm picking up from Sierra Leone. I'm going to share the beauty of Sierra Leone. I'm going to share with my friends that, this is the experience that I had going to my grandparents, going to, all of the different people that I never got to meet. But I decided to use my social media platform to tell the story of Sierra Leone, not knowing that it was leading me to leading my own organization. I would never think in a million years that I would be the founder and director of an organization just because I had fears. I didn't even like my voice. I didn't think I had anything to say. I felt that I was best at being in the background. And so in 2019, after many fears, after many doubts, after many comparing with other people, with the help of some beautiful people, including my sister Yebu, I launched Impact Sierra Leone. And from then on, it became my whole wanting to be an impact, to inspire, and to use my voice. That was my success formula. This is the moment that I really feel that God allowed the doors to open, the people to come in my life, and the path to be clear for me to do well. And I started out with supporting an orphanage. I started out with, really meeting the needs. And going to Sierra Leone, I knew that when I came back, there was no, okay, what do I do? The needs are there. The needs were there. And as I thought about it, I felt, I'm a mother, I have two kids, and, and I have to say that that's one of my proudest achievements in life, is becoming a mother to two beautiful children. They are my motivating factor. But I really feel that at that moment, when I decided to step out on faith and listen to the voice that was telling me, you can do it, you can do it, you will do it, and you have to do it, because there's people that are waiting on you. That is the voice that I listen to, the power of my voice, the power of the inner voice, the power of God speaking through me, so that I can be able to make a difference. And so I really feel that a lot of people discount, the voice and how powerful you are, and just being in your own space, not running after other people's journey, but finding the joy in your journey. And so I had a lot of situations that happened that wanted to just take me off my path, but I stayed focused. And I wanted to just share that there's a inner voice that you must hold on to. There's an inner motivation, an inner power that you must hold on to throughout your journey. And so fast forward to today, we've been able to transform communities, and just by me using my voice, visiting Sierra Leone, pouring into women. Maybe we're not speaking the same language, but just me, my presence, and coming back and using my voice on many platforms. I'm always telling the story. I said that someone shared before about the power of our story. We are walking storybooks. And if we don't use our voice in a way that will impact people and change lives, what are we using our voices for? That's the question that I leave you today. What are you using your voice for? So I'm speaking to the young person who doesn't believe that they even have what it takes. Start where you are. There's a saying that says, bloom where you are planted. Start exactly where you are. Put the things in place. And if it's a passion in you, you don't have to worry about the how, the why. Why are you doing this? That is the nucleus. That is where it begins. And so really at the end of the day, I think about success. I think about how the moment I decided that my passion and my purpose was going to become my power, and I was going to help people. I'm not someone to boast, but I really believe that is when I became a global goodwill ambassador. And and humanitarian became a buzzword in my life. Serving people. That is when I was chosen by the Global Ovid Seminary to receive an honorary doctorate for my service, just by doing something that was not work to me, just by going there, taking different things and impacting. And it started from just, I started from just my own space. I didn't look to those huge organizations that were doing things. I said, what can I do in my space? Okay, I see that they have a need for clothes. I'm going to start a clothes drive. And there I went. I didn't need anyone's permission. You have the opportunity to live this life to your best. And if you don't do that, when God decides that it's your time to go, you want to be able to say that you have given your all, you have done your best in the way that you have, and not letting the challenges take away your dreams. And so from the aspect of being an NGO leader, being able to lead people from here and using the different ways of WhatsApp and communication methods, it's not always perfect. It's not always going to be a smooth sailing, but if the passion is in you and you remember why you started, you will never give up. And so being able to lead clothes drives, sending barrels of clothing to orphans and people in need. This is an ongoing project of ours. And being able to work with the young girls. I love children. I love my boys. I love my girls. But there's something about the young girls, because I know that if my mom never traveled to America, I would be a young girl in Sierra Leone. And so I have a passion, I have a special place in my heart for the young girls. And every opportunity I have, when I go and visit, I go straight to them and I make sure I talk to them and let them know, you are bold, you are brave, you are beautiful, and you can do anything, And so I think that the power of words needs to be something that, as a leader who is looking to be successful, your words matter. What you pour into your mind every day, what you pour into others matters. It matters at how far you will go and how far you will reach and the greater heights. And so I leave and thinking every day, what can I do better? You know, a lot of people say you have done great, but there's always that what next? And I think that's the factor that we all should have. And I wanted to read a quote that I am a person of quotes. And if you in being a leader, you know, sometimes you have moments where you just have to be your best cheerleader. And so one of the things that I do is I'm always looking for different people to pour into me, but I'm always looking for ways to pour into myself and to start, because if I'm not whole, if I'm not able to stand in my power, I can't put power and purpose into anyone else. And one quote that has resonated with me, it says, the hardest part of finding my voice was finding the courage to believe my voice could actually make an impact. We are all capable of making an impact. There's no one that was created with nothing in them. God created all of us for a purpose. God created all of us and put seeds in all of us that grow. And it's up to us to plant and water that seed, to nurture it, and to pull into other ways that you can grow, because you don't want to leave without having that impact. And so that is what success means to me. Being able to change a life, being able to go to Sierra Leone and give backpacks and see the look on their faces that, wow, I have my first backpack. And I always say that, you know, you always need to create your own affirmations. And so I wanted to share some of my favorite affirmations that I use in a lot of my postings. Find joy in your journey. Be content with where you are. Sometimes we spend life just thinking about what you don't have, but you don't realize and think about what you do have. There's something in you that you can use right in that moment to be able to grow and to be able to give an impact. Find joy in your journey and let people see that joy. Don't walk without that feeling. Let people see that there's something in you. There's a light in you that I must have. And we know what happened a few years ago, or maybe just, I guess, 2 years ago. The pandemic hit. And it was the most devastating moments in our life. The world shut down. And for me, my survival was my service, being able to keep encouraging and inspiring people, being able to pour that into social media and to all their friends. I use my words of positivity to survive. And so I would really encourage everyone, the negativity, remove it. Walk in positive light every day, and you see more and more things come your way. And another moment that I want to share where I had to, you know, really bring and embrace that joy. We all go through different things in life where we lose loved ones. And there was a moment where, you know, even, you know, the positivity seemed like it was just leaving my life. I lost my brother, Musa George Conte, in 2020. And it was one of the things that just knocked me off my horse. Like, you know, the brother who I nurtured as a mother, you know, it was devastating. And so I share this because that was a moment where I didn't feel joy. I didn't feel that, okay, what is it worth now? But that did not last because of what was in me. I had to use and turn my challenge into an opportunity to still help people. And I needed to turn my pain and still turn it into my power. And so as I'm talking about the power of your voice, I had to go back to my voice telling me, keep going, don't give up. For him, you have to stand. For him, you have to speak. For him, you have to serve. And so I wanted to share that moment of just how I had to pull from somewhere to survive that devastating moment in my life. You know, another affirmation, greatness lives in me. I always say that because there's a power. If you know what is inside of you, there's no reason for you to feel that you are a failure. Greatness lives. This is something I pour into my kids as they're going to school. I said, greatness lives inside of me. Therefore, you will be great. There's no you will be great. There is no if, ands, or buts. I am valuable. I am worthy. If you know what's in you, if you know, like as in my favorite movie, The Lion King, if you remember who you are, you walk in that. That is your space. That is what people see when they embrace you. There's no doubt that there's something special about you. So whether you have gone through a job loss or what, you get back up. You fall down 8 times, you get back up 9 times. I am value. I am worthy. I am a purposeful. I am purposely made to do something great in this world. My voice matters. Whether you are on the debate team in high school, whether you are the boss in your job, whether you're the president of the United States, that voice that you've been given is supposed to be should be used to do great things. Your voice matters in this world, and that is something that I pour into the women and men and those that I serve in Africa. And it's something that motivates them to believe that they do matter in their communities, wherever they are. They can use their voice to make a change and to be a change agent. And there's a song, a gospel song sung by Leandria Johnson, that was my anchor through a lot of my darkest moments. And there's a moment in the song where she says, pull out the I will in your life. Another voice that always constantly, when the things get hard, when there's challenges from the people that I'm working with back home, I have to continuously remind myself that I have a why, therefore I must go on. So I have to pull out the I will each and every day. I have to be able to continue and do the things that God has set for me to do. I can and I will, period. You can and you will, period. When you have that in your head, that voice that is speaking to you, there is no failure. I am unstoppable. And as I said before, once I decided that this was my purpose, I still don't have it all figured out, but I do know that I have found joy in this journey and I have lived in it each and every day. Even I have a 9-to-5, I am a full-time mother, but the passion that I have to help people, it doesn't stop. It doesn't take a break. I'm always thinking about different things that I can do to be able to really help improve the lives of those in need. And so I pour it into people who know me. It doesn't stop within my organization. As I meet you, your platform, whatever is in your heart, your passion to serve, that voice, it should travel with you everywhere you go. There is no, okay, I only do this from Monday to Friday. Every single day of my life, I am thinking about different ways. And I hope that someone can hear this and say, what is it that is in my life? What voice has been talking to me, telling me to do to step out on faith? For me in 2019, I stepped out on faith to launch Impact Sierra Leone. And today we are empowering, we're enriching, and we're educating people just from our space. We don't have all the riches and glory, but the riches come from the hearts, the passion. And as I said before, I did floral arrangements. As you can see my flowers here. I love decorating. And now I get to pull that in to teach some of the women and the men, how to do some of these crafts. And it's that creative mindset that you should always have in life. There should never be a moment that you have arrived. Until the day we die, we are continuing on this journey. So I hope that this has really given you something to think about. I am so honored because I've listened to all the beautiful women who in their own space has been successful. There is no one definition of success. You are successful, first of all, because you're living. Those who are under 6 feet under, they have no more opportunities to thrive and to show the potential that is in them and to reach the potential. But as you stand here with breath in your lungs, this is why you continue to. Some people ask me, why do you always smile? Because I'm alive. I can stand. I have the opportunity to continue reaching people, to reach my potential, and to being a legacy, being an impact. And so for that reason, you have a reason to smile. You have a reason not only to have that voice speak in your head, but you have a reason to speak to other people. So one challenge I have for everyone today, use your voice, whether it be calling someone and saying, I believe in you. Use your voice, whether it be sharing something on your social media. Use your voice, whether it be just volunteering or giving a video and sharing a moment, a word of positivity. Use your voice because it is powerful. It is a power that I believe would take the youth and all those who are in destitute situation to another level. Your voice has power to change. Your voice has power to allow you to reach your successful destination. Don't discount your voice because it does matter. All right. So I hope that you are encouraged, inspired. And, I never thought I would be in this space speaking. But again, the power to believe in yourself and to embrace your purpose, embrace your passion. You will not, you will not believe what you're capable of doing. So again, I'm the founder and director of Impact Sierra Leone. I am excited as a descendant of Sierra Leone to go back and take my experiences, my journey, my platform, my resources to go and just pour into them as they see me. My name is Adama, and I take pride in that there's a blood in me that stems from the African roots from Sierra Leone, and I have a responsibility to be their voice and to be a voice of change. So I am honored, and I thank everyone for this time to listen to me. Thank you.
Blessings, blessings, blessings to you, Adama. I tell you what, I just smile listening to you because you do. You just bring out energy. You bring out possibility. You know that I can, I will, I am unstoppable. You know what?
Yes.
You are. You are a powerful force.
Yes.
What I'm hearing today is, yeah, you are. I am. But you know what? Everyone listening into this summit, watching these speakers, you know what? You are. You really
Yes.
are. And I totally
Yes.
relate to what you said, Adama, when you said, I don't even like my voice. You know what? I've said the same thing to me about myself.
Yeah.
I've even had like relatives say, you don't really have a voice to be, a host or whatever. And it's like, oh my gosh, these messages that other people, that's their problem. You know what? You
Yes.
have the voice that you were born with. It is
Yes.
yours. Own it.
Yes.
I
Yes.
love it because
Yes.
everyone has something in them that is
Yes.
their passion, right?
Yes.
And for
Mm-hmm.
you, Adama, you have just felt a calling to your
Yes.
your roots, your culture,
Yes.
and you have
Yes.
done phenomenal things, and you will continue to
Yes.
impact Sierra Leone and the
Yes.
world around you beyond what you ever thought was
Yes.
imaginable because of your voice, because of that choice to embrace that voice, step it up, level it up, be heard on different platforms, and not to shy away. It does require boldness. It does
Yes.
require courage. It does require you to be going, oh my gosh, like I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna lean into it and I'm gonna embrace
Yes.
it. And sometimes you have to then just put aside other people's comments, other people's views on
Yes.
who you are and what you should do. And I think you are just a shining light and example of what that looks like. So I thank you so much for sharing
Thank you.
the
Thank you,
platform
Annie.
today. And I thank you for inspiring those people who are watching in this summit. You've just been given an opportunity to hear and to actually hear an example of a woman who goes, who am I? Who am I to just be
Exactly.
given this calling and do it?
Yes.
Well, you know what? My message to you, like Adama said, is, well, who are you? Who are
Yes.
you listening in? What is something that, God, the planet, the universe has actually put on your heart? You go, you know what? I'm passionate about this. It might
Yes.
be a passion project. It might be your job. It might be your career. It might be your family. It might actually just be you working on the best version of you so that you're happy and you smile
Yes.
amongst the mess and the noise of life, of which there will be a lot of, because
Yes.
it's not easy every day. But you have just given hope. So those listening in, I would love you to put in the chat, reach out via Women's Biz Tribe, connect with others, put out to the universe something
Yes.
today. Go, you know what? I'm going to use my voice more boldly today.
Yes.
I'm going to do one thing, and I'm going to believe that I can, and I will,
Yes.
and I am unstoppable. Just
Yes.
like these ladies here today. Thank you
Yes.
so much. You
Thank you,
are
Annie.
total blessing. And I do wish we could chat all day. We can't. I do have our next speaker coming up. Her name is
Yes.
Patricia Grover. So I can't wait. Just going to have a
Mhm.
1 minute reset to hear Patty. But
Yes.
bless you, Dr. Adama. I can't wait
Thank
to hear
you.
you
Thank you.
more.
Thank you.
Keep being you. Keep being
Thank
you.
you. Thank you
All
so much,
right.
Annie.